You know, there are some things in nature that just seem like they're pulled straight out of a science fiction movie. Well, today we're talking about one of those things, a real-life superpower that's happening right now, deep down at the bottom of the ocean. We're going to dive into the absolutely wild ability of starfish to regenerate. So let's get into what makes this biological magic even possible.
Okay, so let's just get right to the big question, the one that sounds totally made up. Can an animal really regrow its entire body from just one single lost arm? I mean, it just feels like that breaks all the rules of biology we thought we knew.
And believe it or not, for some species of starfish, the answer is a completely mind-blowing yes, they can actually do it. And we're not just talking about healing a cut here. This is a full-on biological comeback story from just a tiny piece of the original animal.
So how in the world is that even possible? To really get it, we need to unpack the pretty unique biology that makes the starfish such an incredible survivor, a true comeback artist.
Well, here's the biggest difference between us and them. See, we humans have a centralized brain. It's one single command center. For us, a severe injury is often game over. But a starfish? It has a decentralized nervous system, all built around a nerve ring. There's no single off switch. So losing an arm is a big deal for sure, but it's not automatically fatal, and that gives its incredible healing process a chance to really kick into high gear.
All right, so that's kind of the why it's possible. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how it happens. We're going to look at the actual blueprint for regeneration all the way down to the cellular level. The absolute key to this whole process is something called a blastema. Now, you can think of it like a biological construction crew showing up at a work site. As soon as there's an injury, a whole swarm of special cells that don't have a job yet, they just rush to the wound. And because they're basically blank slates, they can become anything the body needs. New muscle, new nerves, new skeletal tissue, you name it.
So here's how it plays out. First, an injury happens. Right away, those specialized builder cells get activated and zoom to the wound. Then they form that blastema, that crucial foundation we just talked about. From there, the cells start getting their assignments and begin to transform, slowly but surely growing a brand new, fully working arm over the next few weeks or even months.
But wait, it gets even more extreme than that. This isn't just about regrowing a lost arm. For some species, a single lost arm can regrow an entire new starfish. The secret ingredient? A tiny piece of the central disc has to be attached. That little part contains the nerve ring and all the essential instructions to coordinate a full-body rebuild. It's just astonishing.
So why? Why did starfish evolve this absolutely wild ability? Let's talk about their ultimate survival secret, the huge evolutionary advantage of literally being able to let a piece of yourself go just to survive another day.
You know, in the rough and tumble world of the ocean, regeneration is a genuine superpower. If a predator grabs an arm, the starfish can just detach it and make a getaway. If it gets smashed against a rock in the surf, it can heal. This incredible adaptability is exactly how these slow-moving creatures have managed to thrive in pretty much every ocean habitat on the entire planet.
And this isn't just some cool biological trivia. It could actually have huge implications for us. So what can starfish teach human medicine? This is where the research gets really exciting. Let's just put our own abilities into perspective for a second. I mean, humans have some regeneration, right? Our skin heals, our liver can regrow parts of itself, but that is nothing compared to a starfish, which can rebuild entire limbs and internal organs. The gap between what we can do and what they can do is just massive, and it really shows you how much potential is locked away in their biology.
And of course, that leads us to the billion-dollar question. By studying the genetic and cellular roadmap that starfish use, could we, one day, unlock new therapies for severe human injuries? We are a long way from that, of course, but the starfish gives us a biological blueprint that scientists are working hard to try and decode right now.
But for all their incredible resilience, starfish are not invincible. And that brings us to a more serious topic, the very real, modern threats facing these amazing natural wonders. Yeah, even their amazing powers of regeneration can be overwhelmed. Environmental stressors like pollution and ocean acidification are taking a serious toll. And even worse, horrible diseases like the starfish wasting disease have caused massive die-offs, proving that even nature's ultimate survivor has its limits in our rapidly changing world.
So, we'll leave you with this thought. The starfish is a biological marvel. It has perfected the art of survival over millions and millions of years. And the fact that it's so vulnerable today really makes you wonder, What other incredible secrets of nature are we at risk of losing before we even get a chance to understand them?